Hey, welcome to your midweek oracle message. It is my intention with this reading to give you a boost and an encouragement and give you some inspiration to uplift you for the rest of your week. So, let's dive in, shall we? Why don't we start with these dragon cards? Spirit, what would you like for the collective to hear here in the middle of their week that could be an inspiration and an encouragement for them? Okay, bit too much. Let's try that again. Okay. Joy. Very nice. What would you like for the collective to hear? Oh my God. Okay. Jeez. The second group, I feel a little bit more pull towards. And there's two cards. Okay. It says, alright, trying to line it up here. Maybe. Right? The hell? So it says, be the mountain, slow and steady, foundations, patience. And then the guardian stone, awakening, progress, initiation. Okay, a couple more decks. Let's see what they got. Like, just piles of cards want to come out. It's so interesting. Let me see. Okay. So strange. Ha! We got joy again! And we got patience again. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. I feel the message is quite clear for us. Let's see. Last oracle deck here. Leprechaun's pot of gold. Seek out a leprechaun's hidden treasure. Fortune, favors, the bold and the lucky. I looked at the bottom of that deck, and it says, Fairy Queen's Crown. Embrace your sovereignty. Let your heart rule with love. I can't see the words on these ones. There's kind of a lot in here. not not too simple, but I do feel like it's like it is, you know, an encouragement for you know, whatever is going on in your life, and that could be, you know, small things or it could be big things. So there's like a couple messages that I see, like between, you know, with this card and then like with this card sort of there as well. You know, be the seeker for your abundance, and yeah, like be the seeker in the sense of really have your mind set on abundance. Where can you be blessed? We see that with this, like, embrace your sovereignty, let your heart rule. There's just this simple energy of stand strong, keep your focus on joy, and that good things can and will happen for you. There's also this idea with this card that you are lucky. And so, you know, what you're hoping for, what you're wanting to bring in is going to happen for you. There's like a lucky streak for your week, or, you know, for whatever you're working on. And so, you know, the patience and the joy coming twice is really Spirit just encouraging you to keep at it, right? Be steady, be slow and steady, be firm, and, you know, keep your heart alive with joy, and your focus set on hope, you know, and, you know, the confidence that you will see what you're focusing on come to be. I feel really sort of, I don't know, like my head is very heavy right now. It's a very strange feeling. And so I don't know if that ties into your guys' energy. Maybe you're feeling really like exhausted and heavy. Maybe it's just been like a really stressful week for you. And so it's kind of like hard to sit into these energies of like joy and hope and patience. You know, it's like hard to even hear because it's just like you don't have the energy for it. You don't have the strength to even like think about that. But, you know, with this guardian stone, awakening, progress, initiation, it's definitely like this idea that, well, what you're going through is super significant. And even how you're feeling right now, like really exhausted and sort of heavy laden, is also super significant. And I think that this is just coming in to encourage you, like, yeah, you feel this way, and it's okay to feel this way. Just know that, you know, all of what you're hoping for is absolutely coming in. I mean, you found the leprechaun's pot of gold. You know what I mean? Like, the hidden treasure that no one is able to find. You know what I mean? Like, you found it. So be encouraged as you face, you know, whatever you're going through and you're exhausted. This reading is coming in to just remind you it's almost over. And, you know, the reward for your patience, the reward for, you know, having to stand strong is coming in, you know. And it's coming in a lot of ways, because this card says foundations. And then this Guardian Stone card talks about, you know, initiation and progress. You know, it's clearly indicating that what you're dealing with is like the stepping stones, like the beginning of like a higher level, you know. And that could be with anything. I mean, it could be spiritual, or it could be, you know, with whatever you're working on and dealing with. And it, you know, it's like you are stepping bit by bit further, establishing a foundation in this thing that you're dealing with and working on, to get to the next level in it, to level up and rise up into a whole new area. You know, I'm reminded of, like, you know, someone who works in a company, and, you know, they're really exhausted and they're working on something in order to level themselves up to like another stage or a higher position in the company. You know, maybe for them that would be, you know, I I guess literally like they get more pay or something. And so this reading is kind of like implying, like, yes, your hard work is paying off. Your patience and diligence is paying off. You know, yeah, you feel sort of muddle-headed and exhausted and heavy right now. But kind of, you know, I think the real guidance here is this phrase, slow and steady. Okay? Just take it easy, stay steady within all of this. You know, stand your ground. You know, we talk about sovereignty with this fairy queen's crown, right? And it talks about embracing it. And when we level up, you know, there's going to be more responsibility, and there's going to be more of a call to step into your own authority. And when you're dealing with heavy energy, maybe even self-doubt or others doubting you. That's really where the call to step into your own sovereignty comes in. And obviously those times are where it's most difficult, and that's why they're there, to help ignite that deep sense of your own authority and power, at a level that like gets built into you. It becomes a part of your foundation, so you don't fall back into self-doubt and uncertainty. You're able to stand and then continue on to even higher levels. So as you're sitting here exhausted and heavy, take this message as encouragement and inspiration to ignite you once again, to stand in your sovereignty, to stand in hope. There is hope for favor and luck and good things coming your way. Stand in patience and keep your focus. Be encouraged and inspired to keep your focus, because it's coming in. What you're working on is being realized as we speak. And you're going to see those efforts pay off. You're going to see the results of your hard work. So be joyful. Lighten your heart. Let it be filled with hope. You are having to be the mountain here for a very important point or purpose of building yourself up so that you can handle this next stage you're trying to reach. And no matter how tiring it is, don't give up. Stand your ground. Tell yourself, I'm almost at the end. I'm almost at the end. One foot in front of the other. I can do this. I believe that my hard work is going to show itself. And it's not going to be for nothing. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep my focus. I'm just going to keep myself as light as I possibly can through this, no matter how tired I am. And again, that requires that you stand in your own authority. You choose how you're going to feel. You choose if the energy of exhaustion, fear, and self-doubt has power over you or not. It's up to you. The only way to rise up is when you choose to, with your own willpower. And that does come with challenges that tries to cut you down and make you think, no, this is too hard. I can't keep going. But that's how leveling up is. There's going to be so many challenges that come your way, because you need a firm foundation for that next stage. If you don't build it, you won't be able to last in that new stage. A foundation is required. You are being initiated to step into this new role. And so it's important for you to be slow and steady, to stand your ground in your own sovereignty, to keep your heart light and believe in yourself. Believe you will see the results of your efforts. And keep going. Push through with determination. Keep that laser focus, and don't you stop focusing. And when all the fear and doubt and uncertainty come at you, the heaviness and the exhaustion, slow down, breathe, and then recalibrate yourself so that you just keep going. This is making you so powerful, leveling you up and lifting you up into such a new way of living and of approaching all the things in life. Anytime we get to a new level or a higher stage of anything, it's new, it's different, and it requires new and different things. And the old, you think about like an elementary school student. What they learn, and even the manner in their day, they have recess, they have nap time, but that changes as you level up, as you get to higher learning, right? In college, do you have nap time? Is there recess? No, there's a different level of living and of approaching life, and a higher requirement of responsibility and of your own authority that comes in. Either you take the responsibility of your learning and do it with your own two hands, or you don't learn, because nobody's going to hold your hand and nobody's going to help you, because you're at that higher stage where it's up to you. And that's really what I see here with what's going on with you right now, and why this midweek oracle message has found you. Stand strong. Allow yourself to be lifted up into a new way of approaching life, because this level up that you're looking for requires it. You cannot approach this next stage you want to get into with the old way that you have approached things in the past. It doesn't relate. It won't work. You will not be able to last very long or be very successful. But this is very exciting. Leprechaun's gold, man. You're stepping into something magical and adventurous and full of wonder. And even while it's a challenge, you know that it's worth it. You know deep down, man, if I could just reach that next level, all of this challenge that I'm going through would be so worth it. So keep reminding yourself of that. This is worth it. This is worth it. If I can make it to where I'm trying to get, all of this hard work is going to be so worth it. And keep telling yourself, one foot in front of the other. I'm building a strong foundation. One foot in front of the other. I can do this. I will see my fortune soon. So I'm really excited for you. This is so cool. leveling up and having the luck to go with it. You're on your way to experiencing some really, really cool and amazing things. And I'm excited for you. So good luck. Let me know, what you're working on and how things go. I'd love to hear. And I hope this encouraged you and inspired you to keep going. And I'll see you next time. Take care.